So welcome back to the channel. It's been a while and I am in the 912. Let's just tackle that straight away, because I've just been to a Porsche GB Classic event at Cheney's Manor in Rickmansworth. Fantastic event, great cars, the weather was brilliant, the venue was amazing, great people to chat to, and just really well done. But I'm in the 912, so as you know, I hadn't seen it since October, and it's now June. No, it's July. So last October I put it away for the winter, and then I went to get it a couple of weeks ago for Classics at the Clubhouse, and that didn't work because, where am I going? Oh yeah, that didn't work because the fan belt flew off, probably stuck because, I don't know, just stuck in there because it's been in there so long, and it just flew off, shredded everywhere. So it took me ages to order a new one. So I went last night, put a new one on, drove it home, and then this morning just got up and went. And speed camera. And then what happened was I fired it up, and it's idling high again. So like at 2,000 RPM, and I don't know why that is. Well, I do. It needs tune up, it needs fettling, and I've not done that. But what I did was, the first thing I did was, so Cheney's Manor in Rickmansworth is something like 53 miles from where I live. And hang on, there's a guy really slowly going across the road. So it's about 53 miles from where I live. Oh my god, it's also baking hot. Yeah, there we go. And so a car that hasn't been used for 8 months, I just fired it up and went for it, as discussed on the podcast with Mark last, the Porsche Talk podcast. Go and check it out. And it's been immense. So I need to do that fettling, I need to get it running better. It actually runs fine when I'm on the motorway. So there's quite a lot of motorway cruising. The seat! I forget about it, and then suddenly, bang! And also, there's so much glass. The sun's out, I'm baking hot, and my arm, I'm scared to show you my tan lines. I don't think you can see, but like they're white, sort of like a light shining through my skin, because that's how pale I am under there. But the car is running great, and I thought it looked great in the sunshine. It was good. It's amazing to be in it, but I'm just doing that 53 miles in a car with no seatbelts on the motorway, and a car that I haven't driven for 8 months was a little bit terrifying. I am turning right here, aren't I? Oh, there's a Mini Cooper from the late 90s there. Again, like all minis, they rusted away, but they're very cool. I'd have one. So the podcast has been brilliant, but we haven't really been doing a lot. And one of the ones that we did, it didn't record properly because both Mark and I had redone our setup, and it didn't record properly, which was really annoying. So we re-recorded that, but weeks later. So some of the stuff that we probably should have talked about, we didn't, because we thought we already had, and it's all just boring stuff. But that was one of the reasons, and we need to get more consistent in putting content out, but also we've been a bit slack on getting guests on, so we're going to have some more guests on, and it's going to take off in a different way. Take off. I don't mean take off as in become massively popular. We're going to be competing with Spike's Car Radio and the Smoking Tire. No, we're not. But we're having some conversations with people about sponsorship and things like that. There is like some kind of silver shadow thing, not silver shadow, it's gold colored Rolls Royce that's just gone past. You know, like in the 70s and 80s, that criminals and pop stars drove. Sorry. But anyway, so I've also come to the decision about not the 996. The 996 is amazing and I love it. The Boxster. So I've driven it a couple of times, mostly when I've gone to try and get this car. And it's just, it needs those two timing chain tensioners replacing. And I've bought them, they're like a couple of £100. And I am, oh my God, car approaching at great velocity. So I bought them, cost a couple of £100. Those, oh, the noise. Actually, I love the noise. Touch wood, it's not driving okay. But, so I bought the tensioners, and the other day, it was up on a ramp, because a friend of mine, Jez, Wise Wagons, I went to see him, and his lift was clear, and I went, oh, can you put that lift up? And I could see them, and the upright one, boxster timing chain tensioner, was, it looks like it's already been changed, or it's been out and maybe brought back in. It was slightly like a spanner's been on it. The other one hasn't been touched, and the horizontal one. And I said to him, what's the danger if I unscrew that out? Now, if you listen to the podcast, this is kind of, might be repetitive for you, but, and he said, he doesn't know about boxsters, he's a VW guy, and he said, but it might be under tension, and he's right, because if the valves are trying to close and the chain's holding it in place, and then you relieve the tension off it, is it likely to turn and pull a tooth? And oh, well, that didn't sound good. And if it does that, obviously I've fucked up the engine. So I don't think it should though. It would just literally turn and stretch the chain, and then when I screw it back in, it should then turn back because the chain is under tension again. So I said don't do it. But I did phone Jack while I was there, who really doesn't want to know about what's happening with my Boxster, but I said to him, look, should I do it? And he went, look, there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. And there's a reason for it, there being a wrong way of doing it, because it could just be catastrophic. So I've left it. And you know, see again, just changing those would be a, pardon the pun, a game changer. Oh, is that car going this way? No, it isn't. Because it would mean that the engine is actually running absolutely fine. It's got like moisture around one of the valve covers, rocker covers, but nothing's dripping onto the floor, so it's not leaking any oil, coolant or anything like that. It doesn't overheat, it runs great. So, you know, it would be a really great running car engine-wise, but then the suspension still needs an overhaul. So, you know, low ball joints, anti-roll bar bushes, you know, coffin arms, that kind of stuff. So I think I might just eBay it. Unless someone comes to me and says, hey, I'll buy it off you. Yeah, it's got to go. It's basically, I need the money because I'm running out of day-to-day money and the ability to go and buy a coffee. And also, oh, I did speak to somebody about a job. Someone phoned, I was on a phone call with my friend, and he said, oh, there's this job going. I thought about it, and I went, oh yeah, I'll have a conversation with somebody. And then you know what it's like. I've talked about this before, where people get you excited about something, and you go, okay, well, I'm now slightly more emotionally invested. And so you have the subsequent conversation, then you do an interview, then you have to do prep for a panel interview or presentation. You do that, and the feedback that you get was, the first feedback I got was, with this role, position has been open for a year, and you're the only one to get 100%. We've got feedback from the panel interview, and it's been fantastic. Everyone's looking forward to working with you. That was 6 weeks ago. And then you think, well, do I want to just scattergun approach, apply to lots of different places, because I do need to get a job now? And I guess the answer is yes, because too many people just fuck you around. So that's going to be the next thing that I'm going to do. And I'm going to try and fettle the carbs and the timing on this car. I don't think it's the timing, because it would drive much worse, surely. I think it's the carbs, because as it, or it's the vacuum. This is the universal sign for, hang on, indicator's been on all this time. This is the universal sign for vacuum. You know, like the universal sign for check in a restaurant. Can we have the, you wave at the waiter and you go, see, someone just drove past thinking they're going to get me the check. So that's what I'll be doing. The garage building is going nowhere. Get people in, quote after quote after quote, nothing. The 996 is looking very sorry for itself. I thought I might win a raffle prize at the event today, which was cleaning stuff, in which case I'd have to clean it, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that was it. That was the video. It's gone on too long already. I've just rambled on. Thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe, like, bell, whatever the bits are to, yeah. And I've been awful at posting videos. Everyone stopped listening by now anyway, because I don't get like listeners listen to the end anyway. But I've not been posting anything, so my views have just gone through the floor, my watch hours have gone through the floor, so all the stuff that you have to do to get monetized, I'd have to start from scratch. And also the algorithm starts working against you, so I need to do that. But I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers on Instagram, and I'm only about 10 away. So if you could do that, that'd be brilliant. But anyway, I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.